Hello guys, I am Motion Tutor, and in this After Effects tutorial I'm gonna be teach you how you can create this type of glitchy logo animation inside of After Effects without using any third-party plugin. So it's gonna be 100% After Effects tutorial, and also this is inspired from a video Hive template which you can get in description. So if you're interested, so you can go and check out the template. So first of all, create a new composition 9020 by 1080, 30 frames per second and 4 second long, and you can change the name to main comp and then click OK, and then go to layer and create a new solid layer. You can change the color to black and you can change the name to fractal noise, and then click OK, and then go to effects and preset panel, and here search for fractal noise effect and you can drag it on this layer. And now you can press Ctrl D and duplicate this layer and hide the first one and press enter and change this name to BG for background. So you can change the contrast to very high, around 10,000, yes, 10,000, and you can change the brightness to around 4000. So something like this, and you can change the complexity to 20, and you can hold the alt key and click on this evolution stopwatch, and you can type a expression here, time multiply by time, and then you can type star and then you can type 1000, and then you can click OK, and then you can see now it's this type of background here. So you can also play with this property. So if you want high this, you can make it low, but minus 4000 is okay. So then you can enable the second one, and you can change the fractal type to smeary, so you can see here, and then you can change the contrast to 250, and you can go to transform and uncheck the uniform scaling and change the scale width to around 250. And now here also you can hold the alt key and click on this evolution stopwatch and type the same expression, time multiply by 1000, and then you can change the complexity to 5. So now it's something like this, so you can see. So now I think it's okay, so we can tweak it later if we need. So you can right click and pre-comp it, so you can change it the name to, first of all you can click on move all attribute and you can change the name to fractal displacement, or you can like choose whatever you want and then click OK, and then you can import your logo, or just you can type some text. So I am going to type some simple text as a logo. So here you can see I type a simple text logo is a logo. So then you can right click and pre-comp it. You can also import your logo or whatever you want, or like image, logo, PNG, or you can type text, and then you can change the name to logo edit. So you can like, we can replace the logo letter and then click OK, and then you can select the both layers and right click and pre-comp it, and you can leave the name to pre-comp 1, and then you can go inside of this composition and you can hide the fractal displacement layer, and then you can go to effects and preset panel and search for displacement map, or what displacement map, not, yes, here is the effect displacement map. You can drag it on logo edit and you can go to displacement map layer and select the fractal displacement layer, and you can change the vertical displacement to 0, and you can go to 0 frame and change the keyframe on scale value, come to around 10 frame or maybe 9 frame, add one more keyframe, go to first frame and change the scale to around 200 or 175 or maybe 150, or I think 175 is okay. It's depending on your logo size. If your logo is large, so you can type some low scale here, value here, and then you can add a keyframe on max, like max horizontal displacement, and then you can go to first frame and change this to around 200, and then you can go to 2 frames forward and change it to something like around 75 and go to 2 frames more and change it to minus 75 and then 2 frames forward and change it to 0 and then go 2 frames forward, add another keyframe and then go 2 frames forward, and then you can just copy the 2 keyframes and control V to paste it and then go 2 frames forward and change it to 0. So now you can see it's something like this, but this value is I think high. So if I change it to 50 and minus 50, so you can see it's I think looking okay, but we can tweak it later if we need it. So now it's okay. So then first of all I can like scale my logo little bit down because I think it's very high, so I can align it center and now I think it will be looks more cool. So okay, so now you can select this pre-comp 1 in project panel and press Ctrl D to duplicate it, and now you can go there and you can select this logo edit composition and drag it on a new composition icon and it will be create a logo edit comp 2, and you can press Ctrl K and you can change the name to stroke and then click OK, and then you can select this layer and press Ctrl D to duplicate it, and you can then track mate it to alpha inverted mate, and if you don't see the option you can but I think it's looking not cool 3 times, so you can paste it 2 times, like one time here, or maybe I think it's not looking as much good now, but we can tweak it later if we need it. So like you can just displace it according to your need, according to your values. So then we will come to our main composition. We can drag the second pre-comp also here, so you can see it's looking something like this. So I will delete it for now. So first of all I will enable the background layer and I will duplicate this composition 3 times by pressing Ctrl D 2 times, and I will go to 25 frames and I will trim these 3 layers to on it's looking cool to me, so you can forward one keyframe if you think so. Now it's looking okay, and now you can select the stroke composition and drag it on this new composition icon, so it will be create another composition. So then you can click on these toggle switches if you don't see the 3D button, and then you can make this layer 3D and go to 20 frame and press P, add a keyframe, go to 26 frame and change the value to minus 950 of z-axis, and then you can go to 1 second and add another keyframe, and then go to 1 second and 15 frames and you can like add just keyframe here and go to 2 second and change the keyframe to 0, value to 0, so like this. And then you can press R and add a keyframe on Y and X rotation and press U and go to 1 second and 15 frame and change this to minus 23 or minus 25, something like this, maybe minus 25, minus 23 will be okay, and this Y rotation to 33, and then go there and change this to 0 and change the Y rotation to 355, so it will be something like this. Or maybe here you can change it to minus 1000 now, and then you can select the all keyframes, right click, and or maybe press F9 or just right click and go to keyframe assistant, easy ease them, and then go to graph editor and right click and select edit speed graph, and then you can make the all handles to something like this, maybe little bit here, so you can see it's something like this. So then you can go to 1 second and 15 frame and select the layer, press Ctrl D to duplicate it and forward it a little bit down by this Z handle. So don't change the property, just like forward it by change it by this handle, press Ctrl D one more time and again move it, forward it and Ctrl D, forward it, Ctrl D, forward it, so like you can duplicate it around 10 copies 10 times. So you can see I duplicated 10 copies by pressing Ctrl D, so now it will look something like this, but it's taking little bit time to render. So it's looking cool, but like you can make more copies like 15-20 copies, but 10 is okay for me. So let's come to our main composition and drag this stroke to composition here, and you can don't like not drag it like this. You can firstly duplicate this precom like 3 layers by pressing Ctrl D and move it above and change the color, so it will be easy to understand. And like you can align it on one, like align it on the same frame in and out, and then you can hold the alt key and replace it by like this, and then you can trim this to 20 frames to 1 second, and then like you can forward it one keyframe by one keyframe, so like you can see it's something like this, and then you can select it and press Ctrl D to duplicate it, the 3 stroke 2 layers, and then you can like forward it like this and you can trim it here, so then it will be do this stuff. I can change it to half, so like you can see it's minus 25 and go around 5 or 7 frames forward, or maybe I think 5 frames forward, and change it to 30, and then go 3 frames forward and change it to 0, and then select the 3 keyframes, press F9, easy is there, and then you can change the graph to something like this. But make sure you are on edit speed graph, so like you can change it, check it by right clicking. So like now it's something like this, and then you can also add a keyframe on position if you want, and you can go to last frame and change it to minus 250. Sorry, I typed the wrong value, so it will be do little bit zoom animation. So you can select, press F9, easy is them, and like you can change the graph to something like this for making some little bit zoom animation. So it's also looking cool to me, but it's depending on you if you want or you not. And also you can do some more cool stuff here. So you can select the fractal displacement by, like on this project panel, press Ctrl D to duplicate it, drag it here, and here you can, first of all you can go to this duplicate layer, and here you can change the noise type to blocks, and you can change the transform to very high and this one to very low, and you can change the contrast to also very high. So it's now something like this. So you can go to logo and here you can add the same displacement map effect. So you can drag it on this layer, and you can change the vertical displacement to 0 and select the displacement layer here, and you can just add some keyframes. Press add a keyframe on horizontal displacement, change it to 0, go 2 frames forward, change it to 25, go 2 frames forward, change it to minus 25, and go 2 frames forward and change it to 0, or maybe, so you can see it will be doing little bit, but I think if you see 25 is very high number, so you can change it to minus 50 and plus 50. Don't do like 25 or just minus 50, and then you can just copy it and place it 2 or 3 times, so it will be do also little bit glitchy animation. So it's also looking cool to me. If you want to add, so you can add it as well. So then go to main composition, select the 3 layers and press Ctrl D to duplicate it, and you can, like, first of all go to here and change the in point to same one keyframe by pressing the square bracket, or this is, I think it's square bracket. So you can just like align the frame to one frame. Oh, I think I can like teach properly, but I hope you understand what I am saying. So then you can hold the Alt key and drag this logo and composition here by holding Alt key, replace it, and you can trim it on 2 seconds. And you can also change one keyframe. So you can see now it's looking something like this, but if you forward it like this, so you can see it's done. So yes, it's done 100%. So then you can go to logo edit, and you can change the text, or you can change the logo to whatever you want. So like I changed it to glitch. I think I like type right, but you can see everything is changed, everything is working perfectly. And then you can do one more last thing. You can select the stroke 2 and press Ctrl D to duplicate it, and then you can go there and press U to see all keyframes and delete the all, like this 3 keyframes by selecting it and delete it. And you can trim this layer to 2 seconds to 1 second, like 20 frames to 1 second. So then you can go to last keyframe and forward it like you can select the two layers at once. So like I can show you. So leave the first one, and first of all just select P because it's just position keyframe. So you can select the two keyframes, two layers keyframe, forward it one frame, select these two keyframes and forward it select it and forward it two keyframes forward, select this two, forward it 3, and select this two, forward it 4. So like I can show you what it does. So you can see it's done this type of animation. So you can now like press P again to hide the keyframes. So then go to main composition, select this layer by like this 3 layers, press Ctrl D to duplicate it, put it above and change the color so we can understand clearly. So you can hold the Alt key and replace it with this. So you can see it's like now more layers here which is going like this. So I think it's looking okay now, but you can also duplicate it one more times, and you can place it 2 keyframes forward, so it will be do more. But I think the one is also looking cool. It's depending on you how it's looking to you. So guys, that's it for this tutorial, and I hope you understand and you learn something new from this tutorial. If you learn something new, so feel free to hit like and subscribe, because I am making this type of tutorials on not regularly basis for now. Like this is my tutorial after around 1.5 months. So like, but I will now try to upload tutorial on regularly basis. So hit like and leave a comment. Like guys, you literally not like understand if someone like making YouTube videos or tutorial. So you like literally one of your comments, it's how motivating to the creator. So like adding comment and like is 100% free, and it's not giving us so much time. But like if you make like comment, so it will like a lot of motivate to creator to create more stuff. So feel free to like and comments. I will telling you, just do it because it's free. So guys, that's it for today. I will be catch you in the next tutorial, and if you don't understand anything or if you have any question, feel free to ask. And if you want to learn something custom animation, and if you want to learn something else, so let me know in comment section, so I will make tutorial on that. So on that note, thank you so much for watching. I will be catch you in the next tutorial. Bye bye.